Wow! In May 2024, DNA taken from a swab of a sheep carcass in England's Lake District was identified as coming from the genus Panthera. 2 years earlier, black hair from an unidentified animal was taken from a barbed wire fence in Gloucestershire, and when analysed was found to have a 99.9% match with a species of leopard. After decades of reports and sightings of pumas, lynx, leopards and other large cats, from the beast of Bodmin to the Surrey puma, finally modern forensic technology is offering concrete evidence that there are big cats roaming the British countryside. Are these just isolated cases, escaped exotic pets or zoo animals, or are they breeding in the wild? Surely we can no longer just put this down to figments of the imagination or misidentification of domestic animals. Today we're going on our own British big cat safari. We're going to be speaking to a real life monster hunter, asking why so many people refuse to believe the 600 or so sightings every year. We're going to be asking why the British government might be covering this up, and I'll be telling you about my own big cat encounter. Come with us. Come with us. Come with us. Why are you pulling that face? Did that scare you?
Yeah, a little bit. When he first moved, no, don't.
I'm trying to attract the big cats.
I don't want to attract them right now.
I've downloaded all sorts of sounds on here.
Really? I know. I don't want to attract them right now.
So as you can see,
we're literally surrounded by mist now.
So our plan today is we've got a trap camera, a wildlife trap camera that's motion activated. And using the sounds and some other equipment that we've got, we're going to try and capture a big cat on camera. I'd like to capture one like that with my arms.
Would you? I would not.
Well,
definitely
look,
not.
Everything I've heard and read about these things, they are more scared of us than we are of them. They're like spiders.
That's not what I heard. Not according to a lady in Scotland.
How many people do you hear being killed by leopards in this country?
A lady who was 74 at the time had to go to hospital because she was attacked and her leg was bitten.
But
she had to go to hospital.
What? By what?
A big cat. And they said it was unlikely to have been a Scottish wild cat.
So this is the thing, right, that fascinates me. I think these things exist, right? So yeah. why, I get, look, people take the piss because it sounds outlandish until you start actually looking into it. It sounds outlandish, but when you look at the evidence, you look at thousands and thousands of reports over the years, and you speak to people in rural areas, farmers and the like, and their animals all get mauled. Now, I've read several things that one of the reasons that often big cats get blamed is because a lot of the maulings are domestic dogs, and people love dogs and don't want to blame it on dogs. So it's easier to blame a cougar, which I frequently do.
Not a cougar with you. You're older than me.
I'll let the viewers be the judge of that.
Historically speaking, big cats were present in Britain during prehistoric times. Fossils of large carnivores, including cave lions, have been found from the Pleistocene era, which ended roughly 10,000 years ago. The Eurasian lynx roamed the forests of Britain before dying out around the 8th century. Ancient males used to rub African lynxes on their armpits to attract mates. During the Roman occupation of Britain from 43 AD, it's not AD, CE, to around 410 CE, big cats such as lions, leopards and tigers are believed to have been brought into the country for use in gladiatorial games. However, once the Roman Empire collapsed, these animals are believed to have disappeared from Britain entirely. Throughout the Middle Ages, big cats were rare in Britain, except for those kept in royal menageries. Monarchs and the aristocracy sometimes kept lions and other exotic animals as symbols of power and wealth. One of the most famous examples is the Tower Menagerie in the Tower of London. Established in the 13th century, it housed lions, leopards and other exotic creatures. The menagerie lasted until the early 19th century, when the animals were moved to the newly opened London Zoo. By the 18th and 19th centuries, wealthy private collectors also began acquiring exotic pets. Big cats were captured from colonies in Africa, India and Asia and brought back to Britain. By the late 19th century, circuses had begun incorporating exotic animals into their acts. Lions and tigers became central attractions in circuses, where they were forced to do funny dances in front of audiences. In the post-World War II era, exotic animal ownership surged in Britain. During the 1960s, there were stories of British people keeping lions, tigers and leopards on their homes and estates. Unfortunately, as we shall later learn, that would soon be brought to an end, and it would lead to a disastrous surge in reports of wild big cat sightings.
I'm pretty much 99.9% sure that there are big cats on the loose out in the wild in Britain. My only question is like, wherever, I mean, I know there's the excuse that a lot of people, when they see a big cat,
They go, "Whoa," drop their phone.
they're driving, it doesn't register straight away what it is, and they just don't think to get their camera out and take a photo. So I get that, but also it's like smartphones are pretty good these days. Where are the photos?
Yeah,
Where are the good images?
So there are questions. There are questions that, you know, call it all into question. Questions that call it into question. But also at the same time, there's a lot of evidence on the other side. I mean, by all means, I would love to hear people's take on this. So please comment. I'd also like to know if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, or let us know if you've seen one, because that is so cool. Apparently, the big cats could survive in the wild, even just eating a rabbit a day or a rabbit every other day or something. They only need like just over a kilo of food every day to be able to live. Oh, and if you want to see really gruesome, disgusting images, I don't know why you would. I didn't go looking for them, but there is a website called Big Cats in the Chilterns, and there are a few really, really gruesome photos of carcasses that have been stripped. So you just have the spine left and the head.
If you didn't go looking for them, how do you know? Did you see them?
No, I was just looking through the website, and there was an evidence section, and then there were a few photos of carcasses that had been found where everything had been stripped except for the spine and the head. The head was just left whole.
What's weird, I've just touched my hair because we're in a cloud, my hair's wet.
Here are a few of the most common theories about what British big cats actually are, ranging from the ridiculous to the plausible. There are a number of stupid supernatural theories surrounding big cats. Some believe they are ghostly apparitions, often considered to be portents of doom. Others believe the big cats are the descendants of those brought to Britain by the Romans, and that they've somehow continued to breed in secret ever since. Some theorists suggest that certain species of big cat, particularly lynxes, could be making a comeback through rewilding or natural recolonisation. They propose that the animals might have been illegally reintroduced as part of an effort to restore Britain's natural ecosystem. Others dismiss the big cats as simply being misidentified domestic animals, and that some attacks on livestock may actually be the work of dogs. However, the most likely theory is that the animals are simply escapees from zoos or private collections. Though their numbers are believed to be relatively small, sightings surged following the passing of the Dangerous Wild Animals Act of 1976.
We've been walking for about 20 minutes and we're heading back for the car park, which we thought was this way, but we can't seem to find it because we are now completely surrounded in fog. Okay.
We're in a cloud.
We're literally in a cloud, which is moist. I mean, the car park, I thought the car park was that way. But have we overshot it?
Oh no, there's that stone thing. So the cafe's there. I can see a shadow of the cafe. So the car park must be that way.
I mean, I was trying to big up the whole creepiness thing, and you've just gone, oh no, the cafe's there. There was me trying to do like a whole, okay, Halloween, let's do a whole We're Lost in the Fog. So just like, oh no, I've got my bearings. It's so sorry everyone that this isn't quite as creepy as I intended it to be, but Sanya wasn't playing along because basically she needs a wee and is desperate to get to the cafe that's like there so she can have her wee. So there's your horror film. Sanya needs a piss.
That's the cafe. Can you see the shadow?
Wow, it's like an N64 game, everyone. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing Turok Dinosaur Hunter. There's a reference for everyone at home. How about that? I'm cold, wet, and have a headache. My feet are soaked. Where have you brought me to this time, old girl? We've come down out of the fog to Luton to hear Leagrave Station, where Sanya has assured me there is a big cat sighting and there is photographic evidence. There is photographic evidence of the big cat next to this fence.
Yes, so basically back in 2022 at around 5 a.m. commuters saw a big cat around this fence wandering around. They described it as a mysterious black creature, and they said it was hunting around this fence both on the 9th of August and the 12th of August 2022. On the second occasion, I believe, one man managed to snap the animal after being alerted by another passenger.
Snap his neck?
No, just take a photo after being alerted by another passenger of its presence. And he said, when I saw its face, it was definitely a wildcat, like a panther, jaguar or lynx. I don't think lynxes are black. I'm pretty sure jaguars aren't black, but I'm not an expert. So he said the first time I saw it on August 9th, a guy was calling me and as he was videoing, and he said, look at that cat. It was sitting cleaning itself, and I saw its head and it was a panther.
Jesus. So we've driven 25 minutes to Luton, right? Because Sanya, told me about this amazing big cat sighting here at the station. Then when we got here, all right, okay, we had breakfast. Then she showed me the photos, and I just went, it's just a cat.
The problem is,
it's literally just a house cat.
The problem is in the photo you haven't got anything to scale the cat with.
You do. You have that fence that's there, and now that we're at that fence, it's clearly just like probably a fat one, but a house cat.
The cat was around where that orange thing is.
Right, look, here is a man for scale. Like the cat was like this.
I'm not sure.
I am sure.
It was. There have been a lot of sightings of a big black cat in this area.
Yes, it's a cat.
No,
it's
I mean like a panther. There have been sightings. It's well known. Beast of Bedfordshire.
Okay, look, I know a lot of the time these big cats do come down into towns.
It would be brave. I mean, look at the
Well, it'd be brave. Anyone coming to Luton, frankly, is brave. Oh, berries. I wonder if I can eat them. These good to eat. I went to school with a boy once who ate a load of these. He had to go to hospital.
Close up.
Who dares me to eat one of these?
I do not dare you. No, don't do it.
Go on.
Open your mouth.
No, they'll all see my fillings. Look, joke's on you, didn't eat it.
If you take a photo of a big cat,
can you put like a 50p piece so you can see to scale?
To scale, yeah.
Or can you at least go in and measure it?
Yeah, just like have a tape measure next to it like they do on eBay, or a ruler, so that people know. Oh right. It's
well, a
big.
ruler like Idi Amin or someone. Any big cats? Any big cats in there? Any normal cats in there?
Not today.
Good day, viewer.
Can you tell us about some of your encounters out here in the wilderness?
Well, I can tell you about the first one that set me on this path to tracking these beasts. I was walking up a ridge line, or as we call it, the old ridgy, the old ridgo, the ridgery-do, and it was dusk when the old sunner was was droppo in the sky, and I saw it. Well, I heard it first. Is what I heard. I heard this low rumbling kind of, and it was getting closer. And then I saw it off down in the valley. It was a young male snowmobile, unmistakable outline.
A snowmobile. I thought we're meant to be talking about big. Have you seen any big cats? This is kind of like, this is a video about big cats.
Well, my sister had a fat Tom. She used to feed it all sorts. She asked, that thing was a greedy blighter. They gave it I once saw it eat a whole koala. I detached its jaw, but it was just a regular cat. What are you talking about? I'm talking about snowmobiles, wild snowmobiles. I've seen them, I've heard them, I've seen their leavings.
What do their leavings look like?
Oil. I've come here from Australia to track down wild British snowmobiles. I mean, often people I find will misidentify them. They'll sometimes see a sled and go, oh, that was a snowmobile. It's just a normal domestic sled or sledge or sleddo, Sleddington, sledger. I see their tracks, their caterpillar tracks going across the countryside. You see it in fresh morning grass, the tracks, undeniable tracks going across the countryside, and sometimes I track them and I lose them because if a snowmobile doesn't want to be seen, it won't be seen. Every time I try to take a photo of one, I either drop the camera because my hands, I was in the, what's an Australian war? I was in the Anzac War. I was in the Great Vegemite War of 1980.
The Emu Wars.
The Great, the Vegemite Wars of 1982, and I have a condition whereby I sweat profusely, constantly due to an overload of adrenaline. And so when I try to hold a camera and I'm agitated, it just slips out of my hands. So I've never actually managed to capture photographic evidence of a snowmobile in the wild.
In your time tracking domestic and wild snowmobiles, have you encountered any big cats, as in wild, like lions? No, maybe not lions, as in leopards, pumas, lynxes?
No, just snowmobiles.
Why do people see big cats in the UK?
Because there are so many sightings.
It's like hundreds, isn't there, every year?
Because the answer is because they exist. I mean, I've seen two. We've got footprints, we've got kills, we've got hair that we have identified at two different DNA tested at two different universities, both of which said it was a leopard.
What is your personal theory about where the cats come from? Because we've read all the escape from captivity, exotic pets, blah blah blah.
Yeah, there was even one theory that they may have always been here.
Yeah,
okay, that's bollocks. There have been accounts of big cats in Britain ever since Roman times. In the description of the Roman province of Britain, sent back to one of the emperors, I can't remember which one, the governor of Britain said, in Caledonia, that's Scotland, we have lions, but without the big mane. Now, in the 18th century, William Cobbett, who was one of the first great socialist reformers, he travelled around a lot of southern England and writing about what he saw and writing about social problems. And he wrote them down as something called Rural Rides. And in one of those, he talks about seeing what he called a catamount, which is the North American name for a lynx.
Wow.
Sorry. All of that stuff out of the way. I think the ones in Britain today, I'm not even going to try and come up with a excuse for a explanation for the Roman ones and even Cobbett's one.
Yeah.
And there are other accounts throughout history, but I am sure that the ones in Britain today are descendants of escaped pets, escaped zoo animals.
We're in Dunstable, on the outskirts of Dunstable, on the corner of Lowther Road and Beach Road, where Sanya assures me there was a major big cat sighting, and she's going to fill you in with all the details, which is just as well because my bum hurts. I have, does anyone else get this? Where you suddenly get this kind of pain in your bum that is like it's like an urge to poo. They've never bothered doing a study into it, so they've never found out what causes it.
Kind of like a cramp.
Yeah, they say walk around or sit on a tennis ball and do that, like this. That's one of the things you can do. Sorry, could you tell me about the cat, please?
In this spot, in 2019 at 5:20 in the morning, someone saw a big black cat sitting in the fields over there. They took a photo. We'll drop the photo in now. The big cat was reported to the police, who called the nearby Whipsnade Zoo.
Was that like to say, have you lost
any big cats? And they said, they checked and they said, no, all our cats are accounted for. So there was a helicopter already out and about, and they sent a helicopter over to patrol the area, but unfortunately it didn't find anything.
Well, looking up at that hill up there, look, it's very heavily forested.
Yeah.
You know, you would struggle to find, if it didn't want to be found.
It could hide in there quite easily.
They've got camouflage.
Yeah.
So I can see how, you know, if we're not, because I looked at the figures, to have like a breeding population of these animals, there has to be at least 300 of each species, which there clearly isn't, because then we would know. So it has to be either very small families of them, or, you know, it's just individual ones. But, you know, so if they are individual ones, or just the odd ones that have escaped or been let out, because they changed the law with the Exotic Pet Act only a few years back, so relatively speaking. So there is the
1936 or 78.
I can't remember, but yeah, but that's when they think a lot of people just went, oh, we can't be doing with the paperwork and the costs, so we'll just let it out.
Yeah, and also it wasn't illegal to release exotic animals into the wild until 1981.
That's insane.
The Dangerous Wild Animals Act of 1976 was designed to regulate the ownership of dangerous wild animals following concerns over the growing popularity of keeping exotic and potentially dangerous species as pets. By the 1960s and early 1970s, exotic pet ownership was becoming increasingly problematic, with reports of animals escaping or attacking people due to the conditions they were kept in. The Act imposed strict regulations on keeping such animals. Many owners released their pets into the wild to avoid the newly imposed costs and responsibilities, and releasing exotic animals into the wild wasn't made illegal until 1981. Under the Wildlife and Countryside Act, it became illegal to release or allow the escape of any non-native species that can pose a threat to the environment.
People had private zoos.
Yeah.
There were, you know, you had pubs that would have a few exotic animals in makeshift cages at the back as a way to get people to come to their pub for Sunday lunch and stuff. There was a pub in Cornwall that had two young lions that had two pumas in it that I know.
Okay.
There was a pub near Bracknell that had a pond full of penguins.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that one because I was 12 years old when I was taken to see them. I know lots of this crap. I mean, this is basically what I've been doing with my life. But I think that the ones that have been reported are the descendants of ones that were kept legally or illegally as pets.
Well, we've come to our next location. This is, we're still in Bedfordshire. As you can see, the fog has burnt off and the sun's come out. Sanya assures me that here was another guaranteed sighting of a big cat. We're just in a little hamlet called Higham Gobion, which is a weird name. Sounds like it should be in the Sahara. or the Gobi Desert would make more sense. Whatever. So Sanya, tell us about the whole cat thing that we saw here. Okay, what's on your nose? You've got brown shit on your nose. You had from your coffee. She was like, oh, I have to go and get a Tim Hortons. There's still coffee on your nose.
I've never had Tim Hortons. How?
Okay,
that
well,
really hurt.
It looks like you've got a bit of poo on your nose.
Or maybe it is.
It's not poo. I hope it isn't. People question what we've been up to.
Gross. This is the area that a farmer and several motorists saw a big cat running at terrific speed, the farmer said, through the fields chasing some rabbits. Unfortunately, they didn't get any pictures. This is what the farmer said.
Fake.
No one took a picture of it as we were all too stunned. We just stood there.
Why is this over and over again the story?
Don't know. I mean, you would be stunned.
I wouldn't be so stunned that I wouldn't take a picture of it. I'm done with this whole eyewitness report thing and you taking us around to these locations where someone's either seen a house cat or been too quote unquote stunned to take a photo. So we are going to have to get our own footage of this thing. We have to use the equipment we brought with us and get a few other specialised items and lure one of these things to us ourselves.
There are no restrictions for keeping most species of wild animals as pets in the UK. However, species that are considered to be potentially dangerous need a dangerous wild animal licence. A total of 187 private addresses in the UK currently hold licences to keep dangerous wild animals. In Hertfordshire alone, near to where we live, there are 10 cheetahs, 2 leopards, 6 bobcats, 5 caracals, 1 clouded leopard, 1 jaguar, 10 pumas, 8 servals, 1 snow leopard, 4 jaguarundis, whatever they are, 1 Temminck's golden cat, whatever that is, and 1 savannah cat. And that's just the cats. There are also crocodiles, alligators, cobras, rattlesnakes and wolves. That's just in Hertfordshire alone, and those are the ones that are on record. The RSPCA reports that their specially trained exotic animal officers received 6,119 calls relating to exotic pets in 2020 alone. However, due to the nature of the animals, owners may fail to report escapes or attacks for fear of having their licence revoked. Given the hoops that need to be jumped through in order to own a leopard, an illegal trade in exotic pets persists in the UK, with the internet making it easier to buy and sell animals illegally. It's thought that there are tens of thousands of unlicensed exotic pets being kept by private individuals in Britain. Globally, the illegal wildlife trade is estimated to be worth around £13.56 billion. In a 2023 international operation coordinated by Interpol and the World Customs Organization, there were more than 2,000 seizures, including 1,370 live birds, 53 live primates and 4 big cats. In the UK, specialised crime units in the RSPCA work to monitor the internet, but the scale and secrecy of the illegal trade makes enforcement challenging and convictions are rare.
We've come to Pets at Home back in Dunstable to get supplies. Now, Pets at Home may seem like a strange place to come for big cat supplies, but big cats, just bigger versions of cats.
Yeah.
Are they giving their dogs Brazilians for jazzling?
Oh God.
For jazzle your hound.
Dental chews.
Woof brush.
Oh, guinea pigs.
Okay, we're not really here for that.
Oh, they're so fun. Oh my God.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, you're so fluffy. Oh, how fluffy are you?
We should get one of we should get one of these. We should get one of these to lure the big cats out.
No, we are not doing that. So soft.
Hey, this isn't really helping us capture a leopard.
So soft and cuddly. Look at his ears.
Okay, it's not why we're here. We didn't come to see British big bunnies. Oh no, here we go.
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we're here for.
Look at this one.
It's not what we're here for. I'm not leaving that out in the woods.
Right, I'm getting distracted.
Yes.
Ah, cat treats.
Okay, we're not shampooing a leopard. We're not phoning up a leopard. I don't care.
That's a good idea.
We're not here. Focus.
I hate having a bath.
Okay, we're not here to bathe the leopard. Fish broth.
Dreamies with catnip.
Oh, perfect.
Look at these. So my daughter's Frenchie would go.
Your daughter's Frenchie?
Her French dog. What's it called? French.
Your daughter's Frenchie?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
hold this for a second. French bulldog. They're called Frenchies.
Okay.
She would absolutely go mad
Brilliant.
for
Nice
this.
one, Sonia. If you had to kiss one of these cats on the lips, which one?
Okay.
You have to do it. That one.
Yep.
That one. That one. That one. That one.
Well, you pointed to one up here. Oh, look at this one's face.
Okay, if you had to kiss, one of them, like properly kiss, like kind of kiss.
Well, this one already has its tongue out, but I wouldn't be interested in that.
You don't have a choice. You've got to properly kiss one of these cats,
Oh, that's such a hard.
or the world's going to explode.
I'll just give it like a mwah. Quick.
No, you're not allowed to. It's got to be a proper kiss, a sexy kiss.
That's harassment. What do you? What?
Well, what if the cat was up for it?
No,
And it's the cat that's making you do it.
Let's go.
All right, laser pointer.
This is so cute.
Right.
Wait, I just need to show this. Look at this, everyone.
Stop showing this. I'm going to cut it out the video.
Aren't these cute?
No,
Let's just
no one
see
cares.
yours.
No one cares.
Wait. Look
No,
at this. Look
no,
at this.
I'm not going to. No, Sonia, we're in public. Don't behave like a freaking
Catnip block away
castages.
cat stages.
Cats.
Like
Catstages.
sausages.
That is literally the worst name for a product ever. It's horrible on the tongue.
Oh my god, this is fun. Okay, where's
You need to calm down.
I know.
You need to seriously calm down.
No.
Buy food for the cat.
No.
So we're filming for my son for his one, see which one he wants.
So these are the full of protein.
Okay.
So these are the high feeders.
Oh my God, they're massive.
Your crickets and stuff are like snacks.
Yeah. Film me. That's what we were being. So we had to make up this whole thing that we were buying food for my son's bearded dragon. We got busted. Like, what are you filming?
Shout out to Snippy.
Can we now go?
Yes, let's go.
How do they get these animals into the country, you ask? Well, you may not have asked it, but Sanya did. One common method is to transport larger animals like big cats inside modified shipping containers or vehicles. These containers may be filled with other goods and designed with false walls or hidden compartments, retrofitted to keep animals hidden from X-ray machines or scanners used at border checkpoints. In some cases, animals are disguised as part of the legal wildlife trade. Smugglers use false permits or transportation documents to make it appear that the animals are legally being moved for legitimate purposes, such as zoo transfers or conservation programs. Some smugglers use private planes or boats to bypass the checks found at commercial points of entry by landing at private airstrips or coming to shore at poorly monitored coastal entry points. More often than not, exotic big cats are smuggled into Britain as cubs, with owners underestimating the cost and challenges of caring for a fully matured animal. It's believed they simply release them to avoid any legal consequences. However, there are those who feel the authorities are well aware of the existence of big cats in Britain and have reason to keep them secret, as we shall reveal.
I've been hired to get off. What are you doing there? I've just been hired to get evidence. So what I've been doing is I've formed a super action squad, which is called Big Cat Squad, which stands for B, like the rounder, but stands for big. I.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the dot one, big. In a big inner the go, big in go, cat squad.
Big in go cat squad.
Yeah,
because what they want me to do, they want me to find these animals and twack them.
I'm sorry, twack them.
Yeah, like twack them down, like get a big stick. And like
track them. Oh.
No, twack them down with a big stick so they can't hurt anyone. Like twack them till they fall down.
What have your experiences been with twacking so far?
Well, I haven't twacked any yet. I'm still looking for a stick, if I'm honest. I can't find any. I can't find. I've been looking everywhere. The trouble with sticks is like they take a leaf out of like the enemy's book, because sticks in their natural environment, the natural environment of a stick is the outside, like a woody. So they're camouflaged like a terrorist would be. So you can't. They're very hard to find in the woods. That's why you go to like woodshop, timber merchant. You're familiar with those?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to there and you say, "Can I have a stick, please?"
Like Wix or Home Base or B&Q.
Yeah, or timber merchant. Yeah. You go to, like, I go to my local one and I say to them, "Can I have a stick, please?" And they're like, "We've told you already. Get out."
Oh no.
That's
they don't like rude of them, isn't it?
Well, okay, they've got, because some years ago, I had PTSD and I used to go in there and shout timber. That annoyed the manager, and he says, "You're not coming in and doing that," so I can't buy sticks from timber merchants. Also, primarily, they sell planks.
We're no longer in Derbyshire. We went to Derbyshire originally because it was halfway between Whipsnade Zoo and Woburn Safari Park, but after that ridiculous Luton leopard, I lost faith in the area. So we've come to Lincolnshire, further north. Now, before I tell you exactly where we are and why we've come to this part of Lincolnshire, we've just got out of the car.
Yeah. We are not making this up.
We're not making this up, and we heard what sounded like a growl, quite loud and quite near to where we're standing right now. I'm not even
reenact
joking.
the sound. That's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
Well, at first I thought it was a tyre, like a car tyre, but there were no tyres around. There were no cars around, so I don't know how it would have been that. This is what I heard. Wait. This is what I heard. Wow. No, but a bit more deeper, like wow. No, I don't want to attract it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to try and do, because that's what we're here for. We're here now. We've got our
bag of supplies,
bag of equipment from Pets at Home. We're not even making this up. There was no traffic. It sounded exactly like some kind of growl.
Yeah.
Over there.
I wish we were recording, also because I'm usually the one that would go, "Oh, that sounds like a growl," and Paul would say, "That's a car." And we were both, well, no, I was first like, "Oh, that's just a tyre." And then I thought, well, actually, it does sound like a cat. Now I'm feeling a bit scared.
It was low and it was close. And we've come, it's dusk. It might not look it on the camera because the camera lightens everything up. But that is when the big cats are most active. I mean, just generally, dawn and dusk. So we've come at dusk to here, which is Luton Forest. I'm assuming it's Luton Forest.
Or Laughton. It's spelled like laugh. Laughton.
So we're going to go a bit further in. We're going to set up our trap and we're going to see if we can attract something and then hightail it the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. Because I genuinely, sounded like a growl.
Look. Sorry, Paul.
I wish we were recording. We just got out the car.
Sorry, Paul, but I've got to do this. I had to do this. I was too scared. Not just this.
What is that?
I was too scared. I know we want to capture footage of a large cat, I don't want to take the risk of it
So what, are you going to stab it?
getting too close to us.
You're going to stab it with that? You bought
I'm not,
steak.
no, I'm not going to stab it with
Not a
that.
vampire.
I'm not going to stab it with that.
Why have you got it? We need to get off this road. There's people are looking at me because I'm dressed in camo gear. This is so that it goes for you and not me. That's why I'm dressed in camo stuff. What have you got?
I don't want to attract a cat just yet, folks.
What the hell is that? What is that?
Oh, it doesn't even go in.
What is it? Please tell me.
Why doesn't that fit?
Brilliant. What is it? What is that? Why won't you answer me, Sanya? Why won't you answer me? Fine.
Can you not hear it?
I won't tell you what.
Can you
this
not
is.
hear that?
Cat repellent.
Cat
No,
repellent.
you're
It's
not.
really annoying me though. It's such a
No.
horrible noise. No, I don't want it near us. Like just until we set up the trap.
No, please do not turn that on because it set my teeth on edge. I've got this.
No.
No,
So we're gonna have a battle of who's stronger,
this will
the
be-
repellent or the attractor.
this isn't an attractor.
It's a laser toy,
It's a laser
or is it a whistle?
pointer. I will point it, and any big cats will chase after it.
Oh, you're gonna distract it.
Yeah,
All right. I
I
suppose
mean, I'm sure that's
also,
powerful enough to distract a leopard or
Leopard.
panther.
I also do have a massive tub of catnip. It's about 2 years old, but no, it's about 10 years old.
Like,
Let's be
do
real.
not use it. I'm serious.
If I see a cat coming near me,
turn it on then. But if you
Yeah.
turn it on before then, I will literally smash it. I don't care. You wasted money on that. I at least wasted money on a trap camera. The reason why we've come to Luton Forest, again, not sure how to pronounce it.
how do you put these? How do you put these back down?
I don't know, just leave it for a minute. I'm doing a piece to camera.
You could have held this though and done a piece to camera. Wait, could you help me with the? Sorry.
The reason why we've come to this particular forest is because Sanya researched a story of some fairly credible sightings, not freaking, well, I hope it's not freaking house cats. A creature called the Lindsay leopard.
Okay, now I'm not going to have anything to say. Is it Luton?
I don't know, but I've never heard of somewhere called Laughton. It sounds like,
It's spelt laugh.
where the Joker would come from.
Well, the thing is, if you tell anyone Luton, they're like, "Oh, that's in Epping."
You put this up and I can't get it back down again. I bought this today.
So I'm not the
I
only
bought
one
this
that has
today
issues with
because in
technology.
the car, suddenly while I'm driving on the motorway, Santa suddenly screams, "Oh my God!"
That's
Right?
not how it went.
Oh my God!
That's not how it went.
Oh, I echoed. Because she'd forgotten the tripod. When we got to our hotel, guess what she found in the back of the car?
It wasn't in the car. It was in my
I
bag.
spent 30 odd quid on a new tripod.
I
at the
told you not to
services,
get it. I told you not to get
and
it.
she's already broken it.
I didn't break it. I just put it up, and
Anyone
I said,
would
"Would
like
you
to
be able
join
to?"
our Patreon to,
would you be able to put it
reimburse me for this?
So basically, no, it's anyway.
Tell your story. Yeah, I've fucking broken it.
No.
I have, I've broken it. It snapped. I don't know what. Can we just get on with it?
Okay.
Don't know how you put this up.
Well, I put it up the same way I put that one up, but it's
Yeah, but
not
then
going.
you hand it to me and you go, how does this go down?
We're just north of Gainsborough, and in this area there's thought to be a big cat called the Lindsay leopard that hangs around and roams around. In 2002, a man was walking his dog through these woods, and this is what he says about it. "I took my dog Rusty to the forest as it looked like a good place for a walk. We had walked about 100 meters down the track." I think we're about 100 meters down the track. When what I think was, we heard a growl. What I think was a cougar walked across my path. It was about 15 meters away. Light, what? What did you say?
A bit. I'm so jumpy.
You wouldn't be this chill if it really was one.
I said we've all been there.
Have we now? What I think was a cougar walked across my path. It was about 15 meters away, light brown, and was a little over a meter long. I was not scared at all. I was just intrigued by what I had seen.
That's not a very big cat.
So that's not, you know, there are no photos.
Check it out, everyone. Look, I'm a floating head. Magic.
I keep hearing noises.
Okay, we're in a forest. Things fall.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I know
that time of day because of what we heard. On a farm in Gainsborough, so very, very close to where we are, a farmer had found, in 1998, a farmer had found some big paw prints in freshly cut grass on his farm. I'll show Paul the photo in a minute and you can see them too.
Well, that's partly what we're looking for here.
He called, there's people.
Oh, Christ.
He called.
Let's go over there.
Okay, hang on, let me just finish this bit. So this farmer called the RSPCA to have a look at the paw prints, and an analyst analysed them and actually said that.
Oh my God, they're coming closer.
Now I've lost my place.
They're coming closer. They've got a child with them. What are they doing here at night with a child? Don't they know that we heard growling?
An analyst from the RSPCA actually confirmed that the prints were most likely from a puma or a lynx.
Wait, they might not be coming up here.
I hope they're not.
They might be over the other side of the road. No, they're not.
I think they've seen us and avoided us.
Good, thank God they're as unsociable as we are.
Yeah. So these are the prints next to some car keys for scale.
Oh, someone who actually remembers about scale.
And they are confirmed.
He is coming up here.
They are confirmed puma or...
Can we go into... Please, can we get away from here?
All right. I think he's chasing his kid who's running away onto the road. So there you go. We are in confirmed big cat territory.
Why? Because there's a man chasing his kid.
Listen to the little birds. So peaceful and lovely. All right.
It was weird when we got out of the car and we heard that noise.
I've never seen you this weirded out apart from
it was a little
when we did
growl.
a ghost hunt.
I mean, that's my second big cat. It was a growl, Sanya.
It was a growl, wasn't it?
No question.
I've done it.
Oh, see, you shouldn't have handed it to me and said, how does this work? Why did you hand it to me when I wasn't the one that put it up? And then all I do is break things. You should know by now that's what I do. That's my specialist skill, is to break things, because I use brute force instead of finesse.
The government are covering up the existence of British big cats. It sounds like a crazed conspiracy theory, but there is some legitimacy to it. Big cat author and podcaster Rick Minter has alleged that the body of a puma-like creature is hidden in a top-secret vault at the mysterious RAF Flyingdales in Yorkshire. A Ministry of Defence spokesperson has denied these claims, dismissing them as rubbish. Yet following a Freedom of Information request, a leaked 86-page dossier offers a different story. It contains previously unreleased photos and email exchanges going back decades that include details of large cats suspected of killing livestock and testimonies from experts, suggesting these animals are indeed real but rare. Despite such revelations, government agencies continue to deny holding any records on big cat sightings, fueling further suspicions of a cover-up. In a 1998 House of Commons exchange, MP Norman Lamb, not a real lamb, raised the issue of big cat sightings in Norfolk, pressing the government for answers about their existence. Lamb, not a real lamb, referred to specific reports of livestock being attacked. He expressed concern about the government's lack of transparency and action on the matter. So if they are covering it up, if they are hiding the existence of big cats in Britain, the question is, why? We put that question to Jonathan Downes.
Every government in the world works on the principle of creative inertia. They do their best not to have to do anything.
Right. Yeah.
If they admitted that these things exist, they'd have to do something about it.
Right.
And can you imagine the can of worms that would open up? No kids would be allowed to go unsupervised into the country. anybody running any government, local government department running a country park or anything, the insurance they'd have to pay because they have potentially man-eating leopards. What would the Ministry of Agriculture, whatever they call, was it deaf? Is it still deaf?
DEFRA, I think. Yeah, something like that.
I can never remember.
No, I can't. Yeah.
They change it every 5 minutes. DEF would then have to pay compensation to farmers whose cattle have been whose sheep have been taken.
Yeah. So it comes back to money, basically. It's about money.
It's about money and it's about effort.
Mr. Harris.
Yes?
I've heard you've had some unusual big cat encounters.
Yes, that's right. You see, I'm from the moon. I'm a moon man. We have what are called wild moon cats. Yes.
Wild moon cats?
Yes,
what do the wild moon cats look like?
They're like they're furry, like a earth cat, but they got no arms or legs, no limbs, no tail, no head. They're just like a ball.
A ball of fur?
Yeah, but flesh. But the fur is patchy, and you can see the skin there. It's all veiny, and the hair is like very wispy. But the skin isn't tight; it's quite saggy skin.
How?
they look, yeah, they're like a. And sometimes you get two types. You get a single moon cat, which is just one saggy pink, slightly wispy, veiny sort of sack, and then you get a double moon cat, which is two side by side. One time, I heard a noise from my neighbour Janet's house. And I go back a long way with Janet. She has terrible trouble with her feet. I normally go around there, you see, to you scrape the dead skin off with a scalpel. She doesn't feel it. It's like layers of it. And I go there. She can't do it herself anymore on account of her hysterectomy, which backfired quite dramatically, and she can't bend down anymore, so I have to go and do it. However, I heard this noise from our house, like this sort of guttural noise. And I climbed over the back garden gate, and I saw Janet laying on the floor in her living room going and I couldn't identify where the noise was coming from. And then I peered through the window and I saw her being mauled by what was, I believe, a moon cat. And then I thought, oh no, I need to save her, because he was working his way up her legs towards her scarring.
That sounds grim.
And then I smashed the back door open, and then what I saw inside, I stopped dead in my tracks. It wasn't a moon cat at all. It was Selwyn from down the road. Selwyn, who works at the dairy. It was just him. It was him going, and he had no trousers on. I said, what are you doing, Selwyn, with Janet? And he said, that's a long story, Tony. That Janet called me round because she said you hadn't done a good job on her feet last time, so I thought I'd help her out. And my trousers fell down, and they're quite tight trousers, so as I was pulling them up, I was making a noise that sounded like
So you haven't seen any big cat with your own eyes, actually?
No.
Have you seen any photos or photographic evidence or video evidence of big cats?
I have got some photos, but they're all of Janet taken through her bathroom window.
Well, okay, but was there a big cat there with her each of those times?
I mean, I saw a big hairy puss. I don't know if you can tell because the camera's making it look light, but it is getting dark.
Yeah, it is. Dusk is upon us.
Yeah, I don't know why you bought
Dusk is upon us.
I don't know why you bought that bloody cat repellent when we also bought a load of things to attract cats. Ridiculous.
Look what we've got. Now, this is where my inner...
Okay, how exactly are you intending to attract a cat with that? Are you going to stand there?
Have you not seen a cat be attracted by a toy? It's like,
I thought you didn't want to attract it. Make up your mind.
No, I don't.
Your whole story is completely inconsistent.
I don't want to attract it, but at the same time...
I'm not kidding. I just saw something move. I just saw something brown move up ahead.
How big was it?
I don't know.
It could have been a deer.
Could have been a deer, could have been a fox. Okay, I did not expect us to come here, step out the car, hear a growl, and then see something out the corner of my eye. I was looking down, then I looked up. Tanya was trying to film a bit of my feet walking. I'm a bit weirded out. I'm not that guy. I don't go on ghost hunts and things and see stuff. Alright, I played it up when we went to Peterborough. But I'm not that guy. We've literally stepped out the car. I saw something move. I 100% saw something
How
move.
big was it?
It wasn't small. I'll show you where it was.
I don't really want to go towards.
Well, I am. It was just there. I mean, yeah, we're in a forest. There are lots of different types of animals. There was definite movement. That's a fawn crying.
Paul, I'm actually feeling nervous. Can I please have the why would you want to attract a big cat to us?
That was a fawn.
Paul, I want the cat repellent.
Wait a minute, I need to play you these.
No, I don't really want it.
That's a turkey in distress.
I don't want it to come to us. Why would you want to
And this is what it sounds like when doves cry. A good joke, isn't it?
Okay, that's fine then. I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you for trying to get us mauled. Yeah. Shall we continue? Where do we want to put this camera? There's a good tree there.
I can't tell if these people are coming or not.
I know. Why do they keep buzzing around the entrance? It's bizarre.
They're not robbing our car. So let's just keep going.
All right.
I want to get deeper. Oh, this bloody cat before he gets caught and everything. Right, so it was about here. So look, there's no track, is there? I mean, they do say with these cats, because they're hunters, you don't hear them, generally.
Great.
If they don't want to be seen, they won't be seen.
I've been listening to Rick Minter's cat. Oh, what's it called? I never remember the name.
Big Cat podcast.
Yeah, but the Big Cat podcast.
We'll put a link to it.
I think I don't know if it's like Cat Speaks or Big
Cat Speaks.
Big Cat's Conversations.
Feline Fine.
Feline. We'll put a link to it in the description because it's a really good podcast. And there was a man on there, he had a guest on one of the podcasts who grew up in Africa and had a lot of experience with big cats. I think he may have been part of the army. He'd also been in on wildlife expeditions in Canada and had a ton of experience in the wild. And he said,
I'm holding my tonics like this because it makes me cool.
It is cool.
Just saying, that's what cool guys do.
Yeah, they do.
Sorry, carry on.
He said in all of his years in the wilderness and tracking animals, things. What?
Nothing. A fern was just bouncing.
Oh my God.
I know. Yes, I'm jumping now. Okay, we both heard the noise. Thing is, right, I know this channel. Okay, sorry to interrupt you. I have to get across to you watching this, any of you who ever watched this channel before. We heard a growl, and I'm not even... Okay, I'm going to say it. We heard a growl on my mother's life. I know she hasn't got long to live, but I swear it on my mother's life.
I know all the YouTubers do this, like, oh, I just forgot to have my camera recording, or even people...
we bought a load of stupid shit from Pets at Home. We thought we'd come out into the forest and do it. We get out the car. Yes, a thing has been seen in this area, but we get out the car.
It was in 2002, so... You know, that was a long time ago. The other sighting was 1998. So yeah. I think we're nothing recent. Actually, I lie. There was a recent sighting in the Lincolnshire Wolds just this year, in June this year, actually.
That's a long way from here.
Not for a big cat. Not for a big cat.
I mean, got to go
there's actually video. There's video.
Keep walking.
Yeah, there's video footage of a cat sauntering out of Lincolnshire Wolds. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Sauntering out of the woods and across a field. And this was from earlier this year. That was a black panther though.
So what is the chances of us stepping out of the car and hearing a growl?
No, not many. Not many.
I mean, I'm not even joking. I swear.
I'm the skeptic here, actually. I'm thinking it was probably...
We both heard it.
My brain literally thinks that was a car, a tyre skidding or something, but there were no cars around us.
It came from inside the woods. And what I will say, I'm not, you know, those of you who've watched this channel before, you know me, come on. Yes, I do believe there's probably a few isolated cases of big cats in Britain. I do believe that, partly because I've seen one. In the Isle of Wight, probably about 20 years ago. Walked out in front of the car.
Yeah.
And my ex-wife saw it. The kids were in the back. They didn't see it because they were in the back, but they heard us both go, what the hell is that? We think it might have been a caracal, looking it up, because it was quite sort of scrawny and quite a longish neck. But that doesn't mean I kind of go around hoping to see these things or expected to see these things. You know, was an element of theatre with this video, you know, of us messing about. And now, now it's actually, I think, oh, bugger. Not quite so funny anymore.
I mean, another guest on Rick Minter's podcast, because now I'm just going to talk about Rick Minter's podcast for the rest of the day, it seems. I'm stuck on
Rick Minter is Mr. Big Cat.
He's a big cat expert, which you've actually been in the same room with him and only discovered that a couple of days ago.
STD clinic. No, I don't know that. I'm sure Rick Minter's never had an STD. Neither have I, for that matter.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why I said that.
But anyway, another guest on his podcast had a lot of experience, again in Africa, with with big cats, etc., and says they are great at hiding. They are really good at hiding. You will not see them if they don't want to be seen by you. Even though a lot of people who have had encounters with big cats have said the cats kind of look at them almost with disdain, like really don't care. They will look at you and kind of go like, yeah, whatever, and keep walking. So we are in luck if there's a cat in here and that's his attitude. The growl may indicate otherwise. Also, I've been stung.
So I tried to hit a bloody stinger.
Yeah, I hit a stinger. Let's continue. It's getting darker. I think we should maybe stop and set up our camera here.
Park the camera here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
I mean, what? What?
I saw movement and then heard rustling.
I mean,
again, I'm just jumping out.
It could be a bad job.
You're all watching this going.
Okay, let's set up the camera and get out because it's getting dark.
Here's the tree.
Where do you find? Where have you? What kind of areas do you go cat hunting in?
Took a few attempts there. The outside. It's like I started off. I thought I'd start small, and I was trying to look for one in like my house. Oh, it's more of a flat, really. Well, and there wasn't one in the bathroom. There wasn't one in the living room. Then I thought I should probably look in the bedroom airing club cupboard. It's not really a dining room, it's like a hallway, but I do eat in there. And I thought I should probably look in those. I was just tired. I just got tired looking in the bathroom, the bedroom, because I was looking really fast like this, and I got dizzy.
Oh.
And then I threw up, like vomit, stands for V. Violent vomit. And then that just made me tired, so I didn't bother looking in there anymore.
Have you looked outside for big cats yet?
Just started like this morning.
And have you found any evidence of their presence?
No.
Who's employing you to twack the big cats?
Don't understand the question.
Okay, this is the tree we've selected that we're going to attach our trap camera to, and we're going to put some lures at the base of the tree. Ignore Sanya's cat repellent, which we are not using, but they're the other things that we got from Pets at Home. We'll do a Pets at Home haul in a minute and show you. So this is the trap camera. It's motion activated, is that right?
Yeah, we've set it to photo and video. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Or do you just want it on?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I haven't actually practiced tying this onto anything. Hold on.
Maybe your Girl Scout training.
Oh, I never had any.
What's the Australian version of that? Like the baby kangas or something? Or the Hogans?
The Wallababies.
The Paul Hogans.
So how high
the
should
Hogan Juniors. Our trap camera. Again, if anyone would like to support us on Patreon or become a channel member to reimburse me for this crap and the fact that Sanya bought a bloody cat repellent.
I really like the cat repellent back, please.
Do you hear that noise?
Oh, let's go.
No, we've got to put the things down to attract it yet.
I've gotten so stung. All right, we've got catnip.
Right, we need to put it all down here.
All right.
Tip it all out. More. We need some back here.
That won't get. I finished it.
Jesus. It may seem strange that we're using catnip, but the fact of the matter is that apparently big cats do like catnip.
Don't pour all of it because our cats want some.
I'll buy them some more.
No, they don't have any left now.
I'll buy them some more. We're doing this for science.
And then
Sanya.
we've got some catnip flavoured dreamies.
But
Don't put all of them.
Why?
That's too many. I said, all right, now let's go.
No, we can't go.
That's all we had.
Okay, no, right, there's several things we need to do yet. Firstly, we need something for scale.
What did you say you had for scale?
Well, it needs to be something that's going to register on camera.
Yeah.
Some weird noises in this forest. Something familiar that we all know the size of. It was the only thing, first thing I could grab as we were coming out the door. Can of beans. So I'm going to go put that over near the trap. So, but far enough away that the trap can see it. So that it is in shot, so that anything that goes next to it, we can see it for size reference.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just.
That's a good idea.
I'll put the can of beans there. There's catnip all around this area. We'll leave that there. We'll see if it's. Well, that'll still be here on Sunday when we come and get it. But we'll see if the camera gets anything. Beans? basically pitch black now.
Yeah, let's go. Ow. Oh.
Okay, if we're going.
I don't want to do this when it's pitch black.
But if we're going.
I'm going. Bye.
No, you're not going without me. I haven't got any.
I don't want to be. Look how far away we are. No.
Where are you going? Don't be a coward. Sonia, wait for me. Wait for me.
Not if you're playing those noises. You won't even let me have. Okay, let me have the cat repeller and I'll wait with you.
There's beans. Coming, beans. Coming for the beans.
Let me have the cat repeller.
Just wait, I'm coming.
No. Let me have the cat repeller.
I'm going to smash the cat repeller.
No, please, can I have it?
No.
Please, can I have the cat repeller? I'll stay if you let me hold it.
But you're not turning it on.
I don't feel safe without it.
It's not going to repel a leopard. I'm coming for the beans. Venus wants the beans. Where are the beans? Where are the beans? Where are my beans?
Please, may I have the cat repeller?
It's for repelling normal cats, names of Toms and Gingers.
Please, may I have the cat repeller?
No.
Okay, bye then.
No, wait.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
This was in my face.
Oh, you absolute spoon. Red beans. I can smell them. And the beans! Ba-ba-ba beans! Ba-ba-ba beans! There's something out there.
Come on, let's go.
Run! 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 Coming to the beans. I said beans. I'm coming. I can smell them beans. Ba-ba beans! Ba-ba-ba beans! I can smell your beans. Beans, where are you? I'm coming. Venus is coming for the beans. Come on, beans. Beans. All right.
Why are you taking so long? I'm not going back there, no way.
He's coming! Oh, he's coming! Hold on.
So we're back. A couple of days later, we are here to collect the wildlife camera.
Loughton Forest, however it's pronounced. We should probably look that up. Both a little bit sleepy. We didn't have a great night's sleep. Hotels.
Sleepy and
unfamiliar
dehydrated.
hotels.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, let's go.
So it was that way that we heard the noise the other night. Over there. I mean, we should probably go and have a look, but it's all wet.
I have to say, it's not anywhere as near as scary as it was the other night. Like the other night, I was freaked out.
And it's busy. It's like Sunday morning and it's full of like ramblers, cyclists over there, people with dogs and children.
I was genuinely scared the other night when it was dark and Paul was playing all the animals in distress sounds. Now it's like a friendly little forest.
Yeah, and it's
a zone of happiness and joy.
It's about 10 a.m, so it's after dawn.
There it is, everyone.
Right, should I go take it off?
Yeah.
I want to see if the other things are there. The trees are still there, but the beans have gone. There's not even any of the wildlife in the forest.
big cat or otherwise is eating the treats. So I don't know what that tells us. It tells us that we are, after sort of mocking the whole, oh, why don't people get decent video of this thing? Why don't people get videos and photos and all the rest of it? We've become the thing we most hate now. We've become just another in the long line of people who had some sort of unexplainable sound or visual contact with one of these things and not caught concrete evidence of it that you can show to other people and go, look, we're not making this up. I shared with our patrons the other day, after we had our weird experience on Friday night where we heard the noise. I shared with my patrons, knowing full well they probably weren't going to believe us, and that they thought it was some sort of setup to some kind of weird joke or prank, you know, and we don't help ourselves because, you know, if you've made it this far in the video, you know we're tongue-in-cheek. But, you know, we went to visit our daughter yesterday. Again, I didn't even want to tell her because I knew she wouldn't believe us, and Sanya made me. She didn't believe us. She was polite in the end, but all I can say to you is we heard something that was not a car, wasn't a bird. It was a sort of low growl type hiss that was close, and it was very loud, and it was a big animal that did it. And I hate saying that because I don't want to be one of those people that goes, oh yeah, I saw Bigfoot or whatever. I don't want to be one of those people. I'm Mr. Skeptic. I'm kind of I try to be rational, and yet, you know, I've now seen a weird cat on the Isle of Wight, and that shouldn't have been there, and now heard a weird noise that was definitely cat-like in a forest within seconds of getting out of the bloody car. It's just, and no one's going to believe me, and I've just become one of those people now, and it'll always be, you'll always have that element of doubt of whether I'm making this up, but I'm not, and nor was Sanya. We both heard it. What are you going to do, huh? You can sign up to our Patreon, or become a channel member and like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. That would be great. I don't think this is the last of our attempts at finding a big cat, Sanya. I've got a bee in my bonnet now. I want to know more. I don't like the thought that we might have been lied to. I don't like the thought that I don't know 100% what we heard or what I've seen. I don't like that, and I want to know. So this isn't the end of this story. Let's get the trap camera and let's see what's on it. Oh, I worked it out.
Oh.
DIY king. Okay. Well, let's get this back to the lab, aka the car park, and see what we can find. We haven't looked for scat, and we haven't looked for scratch marks or paw prints or anything. It's
Do you want to?
Nah. What's the point?
We heard what we heard.
We heard what we heard. Sorry, that
was evidence enough.
Like a lie. We did hear what we heard. Now, with fronds like these, who needs enemies? Sanya told me to stand amongst all these ferns. I guess I've been frond zoned. Hey, I'm Fronzy. It's one for the kids. Here's Sanya with the trap camera. So we're going to see if there's anything on it. Obviously, we'll drop any footage in that we get. I mean, let's face it, nothing ate our treats. Maybe we should have just got a leg of lamb, but we didn't want to because we didn't want to offend any of our vegetarian or vegan viewers. I wanted to bring like meat, raw meat, but Sanya was like, no, cat treats will be enough. I mean, I'm not sure if the stench of cat treats extends around over miles.
We've got 659 images on this camera, 659. Will one of them be of a big cat or a big foot or a ghost?
Don't start undermining the whole bloody thing more.
Why is that undermining?
We've already done it enough because BEANUS showed up out of nowhere. You spent an entire video explaining why they probably exist.
Well, they do.
I could not do that
They
with
do
ghosts.
exist.
I
They
could
do.
not do that with ghosts.